Well, to be honest, when I initially had a two-book contract. I'd never written a series character before, so I thought, okay, I'll introduce him in book one, and book two there'll be certain resolutions, and that'll be it. And what I thought really hard was I thought I want to try and create a kind of different character, and there is a kind of cliche in crime fiction of the detective with a drink problem and a broken marriage. It kind of runs, in a nice way, it runs through. And I thought, I want to do something different. And I thought really hard, what do detectives, homicide detectives actually do? They solve puzzles. Every homicide is a huge puzzle, hundreds, if not thousands of little pieces. So I thought, why don't I give a detective, my Roy Grace, a puzzle of his own he cannot solve? And so I gave him Sandy, his missing wife. When we first meet him, he's coming up to his 39th birthday, and Sandy, he loved and adored, vanished without trace 9 years earlier on his 30th birthday. He came home looking forward to going out to dinner, and she was gone. And he spent 9 years, although functioning as an effective homicide detective, every spare moment he's been hunting for her, even going to clairvoyance, the mediums. He doesn't know, did she run off with a lover? Did she get murdered? Did she have an accident? Did she lose her mind? And what I thought was I'd set the mystery up in book one, in Dead Simple, and I'd give the resolution, what happened in Looking Good Dead, the second book. And to my absolute amazement, Dead Simple came out and was an instant hit around the world. Uh, and we were inundated, literally inundated with emails and occasional letters from readers saying, we think we know what's happened to Sandy. And they were coming up with all these suggestions, including one crazy one who said she'd been abducted by aliens. And I thought, and the publishers then gave me a further contract they want another four books. And I thought, I'll keep this going. And the more I kept that going, the more it seemed to intrigue my readers, and people were really buying into it. And this went on for about the first 14 Roy Grace novels, 15, and then the whole tone of it subtly changed, not in a horrible way, but I got an email saying, "Dear Mr. James, I'm a big fan of yours, but I've just worked out I'm a lot younger than you, and I imagine I'm much fitter. I hope you've left the secret of what happened to Sandy safely in your publisher's vaults." I loved writing that. They thought I was dead is Sandy's story from her perspective. And of course, we all know that without any spoilers that she does die in the end, but we know more than Roy Grace does. Anyone who reads They Thought I Was Dead will know the truth about Sandy's death, which Roy doesn't know. But it was really good fun to write that. And I had sort of, obviously when I created Sandy, I had a kind of vague plan as for the arc, but it was wonderful to have such free reign.